It's time now for Spears on Sports with John Spears, presented by M&M Carnage. And now, here's Johnny.
And Tony.
And Scooter. Made it to a Wednesday.
Home day.
Spears on Sports. Wow.
I didn't even have the mic on it. The headphones on.
He's Tony Burkjack. You know they're having they're raising money out in the hallway.
Yeah, why do you think I'm so pumped up?
You got to quiet down a little bit.
I've been feeding off Troy Miles all morning.
Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Carnage. John, Tony, and Scooter with you as always, or as normal most of the time. Most of the time, we're all with you. It is Wednesday, September 24th. 2 days away from
high school football.
St. X Trinity.
Who you got, Scoot?
Ryder Cup.
Who do I got? I got a bad game.
I think you say that every week, I feel like.
New Albany and Silver Creek. Two teams that have really struggled.
Well, that'll be a good game.
But one of them's got to win.
Somebody has to win, right? Just like Chiefs Ravens this week. Both of them are 1-2. One of them's going to be 1-3. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to agree?
I agree with you.
How about this one? Jets Miami. One of them's going to be 0-4.
That's probably one of the games we'll get here.
But somebody has to win. No, do you want to know the two games we get? You ready? New Orleans at Buffalo.
Gross.
Goodness.
We're going to play Guess the Spread, but let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. Just this one. Guess the Spread, New Orleans at Buffalo. Scooter, I'm going to let you go first.
Buffalo is 13.5.
I'm going 14.5.
16.5.
Holy moly.
That is one of the biggest spreads I've ever seen in the NFL. And our other game, I don't know. By the way, we got lucky because the Colts are playing at 4 o'clock. The Bengals are playing on Monday night. So we do at least get 3-0 Philadelphia at 3-0 Tampa Bay.
Ooh, that's fun.
That'll
right?
work.
There's your 1
work.
o'clock. And, of course, your 4 o'clock game, Kansas City and hosting Baltimore.
So we're not getting the Dolphins and the Jets.
We are, but it's Monday Night Football.
Is that Monday
Wait,
night?
what?
What?
Double dip Monday night.
Okay. At least there's that.
You got 7:15 Jets Dolphins, and you got Tony sneezing like he just ate some pepper, and you've got 8:15. So they're staggering here.
Yeah.
Bengals at Denver.
They listen to the people, baby.
A lot of orange there.
And Sunday Night Football, glorious. Green Bay at Dallas. Micah Parsons return, and they asked him if he's going to get a sack on if
Dak?
he gets a sack on Dak. He said, yeah, and it's going to hurt him too. So maybe he's mad that Dak took some of his money. I don't know how that worked out.
I took that quote to assume he meant it would be painful for himself.
That's the way I took it.
Oh,
too.
okay. Well, good. It
would be painful.
I didn't
sacking.
see it. I just read it, and when you read it, maybe it doesn't quite read that way.
I think Scoot's got it. That's the way I
Okay.
took
Well,
it.
good. I give him credit then. I was like, man.
Like they're buddies, and
Okay.
It'd be
All right.
painful to say.
Good. M&M Carnage Hotline's open, 384-1450, 502-384-1450. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, the Game Day Men's Health text line is open as well, 502-414-1450. Do I have to say 502?
I mean, only if you want.
Is it understood that it's 502?
I think most people at this point know the text line number.
All right, 414-1450.
Oh, I don't know. We got a lot of new listeners every
You're right.
day.
You're right, Tony.
Game Day Men's Health, redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. And hit me up on the text line, 502-414-1450. Thanks to those of you watching on the YouTube.
All 4 of y'all.
Both of you, hello, and thank you. And if you're listening on the podcast, and if you're listening live, you can listen to the podcast. If you can't listen live, wherever you get your podcasts.
Or you can go watch the YouTube delayed.
Yes.
You can watch it anytime.
All the shows are archived, right?
Yeah, you can get on there.
By the way, podcast numbers have been incredible. So shout out to you all.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Doing well.
Thank you, podcast listeners.
What's wrong with these people that I can't listen live? Maybe call.
They
Maybe
got jobs, John.
Maybe send me a text once in a while. Gee,
John,
I'm lonely.
John, they got jobs.
Lonely here.
You don't have a job.
All right, I know he's a man, Tony.
I know.
He's a
I
man.
texted y'all last night about it.
Today he's an unemployed man. But he's okay because he's still got $15 million left on his contract. Mike Gundy out as head coach at Oklahoma State. He was the second longest tenured Division I football coach behind
Kirk Ferentz.
Kirk Ferentz at Iowa. Ding, 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 ding.
He doesn't know he's there.
He doesn't, but he's been there. This is his 26th year. So Gundy, in the middle of his 21st year, let go by Oklahoma State, who said all.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Well,
I love
how many years ago was that? And that
20.
it was right around this time of year as well. 20 years ago.
Crazy.
So now he's 60, and he's unemployed. I'm an old man.
Doesn't have the mullet anymore, does he?
He does not.
That's the problem. If he had the mullet, they'd have still been going good.
Oklahoma State was 1-2. We watched on national TV as Oregon just embarrassed Oklahoma State. Earlier in that week, Gundy had complained about Oregon buying wins with all the money they have, and Dan Lanning at Oregon came back and said, well, we just want to win. I'm sorry that you don't want to win as bad as we want to win. Oklahoma State's got money. T-Boone Pickens, whatever his name is. He
T-Boone.
put a lot of money into that program.
Who is T-Boone
Pickens.
Who is that?
Look it up.
Look it up.
All right.
He's the head of Tyson Chicken.
No, that Tyson guy's
No, he's Arkansas. He's got a lot of money, and he's one of those guys that is the main supporter of the Oklahoma State program. Now, here's the problem. You're 1-2. You got embarrassed by Oregon, and you lost at home, Tony, to in-state school. I'm not even going to say rival here, Tulsa, for the first time in 50 years. That is those are the things you can't do if you want to keep your job. And all of a sudden, Tony, Mark Stoops is tied for fifth longest tenure in Division I football. Believe it or not.
T-Boone Pickens isn't with us anymore.
I looked it up too.
He is no longer with us. You're correct.
See how much money?
A lot of money. Lot of money.
What did he? What was his? How did he make his money?
Oil.
There you go. Well, should have known. Him and Jerry Jones, probably good buddies.
He was known as the Oracle of Oil.
Jerry Jones is dead too. Just nobody told him.
Yeah, he donated over $1 billion, John. Billion.
With a B.
Yeah, to just educational philanthropic causes. When he died, his net worth was $500 million.
That's a good day. That's a
Pretty
good day.
good.
That's a good day at the office for me. So Gundy out at Oklahoma State. We've already gotten rid of a couple other coaches, UCLA, Virginia Tech. If you don't win with the money that the sport is about now, you are not going to last.
Unless you're at Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you something about what I watched yesterday.
At least for the rest of this year, right, Scooter?
That's right.
So I flip around YouTube some when I doesn't really have anything to watch, and I watched Jeff Goodman and the other guy do the Field of 68 where they go around.
Yeah.
And they were interviewing
That's where Pat Kelsey said Louisville was point guard you.
Well, Jalen Lowe and Mo, what is it?
Diabate. He's going to be the
We're
man.
on there, and they were saying, they were talking about how the players don't talk about. They talk about everything besides for what they're basically getting in NIL. And Jeff Goodman said, well, how do you feel about that when Kentucky pays players more than anybody in the country? They have more money for basketball. And did you think Kentucky was actually paying the most money for players?
Basketball?
For basketball out of everybody? They act like Kentucky was way ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
It's
not,
$20 million.
I'll put it this way. It doesn't surprise me because most schools are
putting money in football.
And I'm not saying Kentucky's not putting some significant money into football. They are. But we've heard the term forever. It's a basketball school. Yeah. And it is.
But I would have thought an interesting
I would have thought Carolina, maybe Kansas, maybe even UCLA.
Yeah, I probably would have went with Kansas. I thought Kansas probably.
What else is there in Kansas?
Dorsey.
Again, they're not as worried as their football program as they are about their basketball program, like Kentucky. Right. And I guess like North Carolina, even though they hired Bill Belichick, maybe they are worried more about their football these days. But I'm trying to think of who I would put ahead of them.
Yeah,
really not anybody to put ahead of them.
But I never thought about that as Kentucky puts more NIL money into basketball than anybody else in the country.
And I tell you what, we're only a couple days into practice for all of these teams, and the things that you hear out of Lexington.
And I listen to Jeff Goodman and them talk about it. Those are not people who are local that are going into practice.
These are scouts. Yeah. These are media members from outside of Lexington and Louisville.
What did we get them at? 20, 22?
I got them at 22, I think.
Yeah, I think
and by the way, we're betting the Edmonton Oilers today, Scooter.
Yeah.
We're going all in again.
Love it.
Come in second.
I think they're the fourth choices from what you sent me.
Yeah, on DraftKings.
Like 9 or 10 to 1, something like that.
9 to 1.
So we're gonna.
It's not a great bet, but we've had fun with it the last 2 years.
We do not want Edmonton to win a Stanley Cup, so we're going to keep betting them.
I love it.
We want the cup to stay in the United States, so we're just going to keep betting Edmonton every year, and they're going to keep getting to the finals and losing.
Y'all want one more team?
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you your Stanley Cup right now. It's going to be Colorado and Carolina. So if you want to take a stab at one of them.
No, we got to get them out. I'm not betting more than one hockey team. My God.
Well, you should bet Carolina or Colorado.
I might have a problem.
Well, Florida's dominated.
I think they're going to take a step back.
I don't think so. They got everybody back. I don't know why.
Kachuk's got to miss some time.
I'm hoping Edmonton just gets them in the finals again, and there's a little revenge factor. That's the hope. By the way, Scooter, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Last night, Tony.
I gave you credit on my show this morning.
5 to 1 when he texted. I texted
text.
him. 5 to 1. The Mets were losing. I said, bet the Mets. Money. What do you call that? In-game live betting.
Yep.
I said, live bet the Mets.
To which I responded, no way.
He said, no way. And then he did it anyway because he's almost as addicted as me.
Just covered him.
Well, you know why I did that? I figured, I started weighing it out, and I was like, if I bet on the Mets and they win, I'll win a bunch of money. But if they lose, I'm paying for a Mets loss.
Yeah, and you're paying a small amount of money. For
and if I gotta
pay
for the Mets to lose, then that's what I gotta do.
Well, it didn't work out for paying for them to lose.
No,
because the 6-1 Cubs lead didn't last long. 5-run 6th inning and a 2-run homer in the 8th, and the Mets beat the Cubs 9-7 last night.
And you turned my $6 into 51, baby.
And again, I always give out good advice as long as I'm not the one doing the bet.
Exactly, but you didn't feel like riding up to brick and mortar.
I did not. That's 2 for 2, Scooter, for you on those live betting comebacks.
Yeah, love them.
Back to football. Oklahoma's going to lose their quarterback for a few weeks here, Tony.
Oh,
John Mateer, surgery today. Apparently, early in the game the other day, he broke his right thumb or broke part of his – I've heard hand and I've heard thumb, but he's having surgery today. Now, he's going to miss – this week they're on a bye. He's going to miss Kent State next week.
Which is a 70
I think they're okay. But then you got the Red River rivalry the week after that against Texas and maybe another week or two after that, which, if I'm not mistaken, if my math is correct, all of a sudden, Mendoza's the number 1 Heisman candidate now, the Indiana quarterback.
Bet him again last night at 7 to 1.
he might have an issue.
I got him at 55 to 1 and 7 to 1, baby.
If you got him at 55, why would you bet him at 7?
Why not just keep taking free money?
The point?
I mean, as soon as I saw the Mateer news, he's out. He's out, and there's nobody else on that list that I'm worried about passing for.
Carson Beck?
Nope.
Dante Moore in Oregon?
Carson Beck would probably be the one. Dante Moore, no, they're going to fall off.
All right. Well, that's just big news because he kept playing in that game. We didn't know anything about this until literally Tuesday.
Well,
and all of a sudden,
like the old days, he toughed it out.
Tough it out.
He didn't go to the trainer, I think my thumb hurts.
He didn't take any Tylenol. He toughed it out.
Baby.
Right? No Tylenol, Scooter.
That's right.
Tough it out, man. And so there's your college football news in Oklahoma. Big day in Oklahoma yesterday. Gundy goes down and Mateer goes down. And that's where we stand. Jackson Dart going to get the start for the Giants this week. I was a little surprised, by the way, because they're playing the Chargers. And it's at home.
It's a loss either way,
The
so you might as well.
The Giant fan, 0-3, they want Jackson Dart in the lineup. Who haven't we heard from yet? Russell Wilson. He hasn't responded to this. He just got there. He's played 3 games, one of which was a career high in yardage against the Cowboys.
You think he brought that up? Like, y'all sure you want to start Dart? I'm rolling.
I don't understand.
He wasn't rolling last week.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. But I don't understand doing it this week because you're setting this kid up for failure against a really good Chargers defense at home. Why don't you let him go on the road next week to New Orleans and start that game?
It would have been the equivalent of Kentucky waiting until this week to start Cutter Boley, right? Like you gave him that gimme game last week, and then now you've got South Carolina.
But at least it's a road game, so if he doesn't play well, the fans aren't going to be Jackson Dart, look, Giants want anything, fans want anything to hope for. They want anything. Jackson Dart can go out there, and if he just makes a couple of plays, they're going to say, we want this is our guy, start him. But if he's awful, if he's terrible, if he's as bad as Russell Wilson was last week, now you put him in a spot where the Boo Birds, Giant fans are not patient. They don't see the truth that they're just a bad team. Is this a good move, Tony, getting Jackson Dart in there this early?
I really don't have a problem with it because Russell Wilson's going to take them nowhere. And
I agree with that.
And when every time somebody takes Russell Wilson, I mean, Russell Wilson was a good quarterback, but you're trying to retread
should have
guys.
won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, and I don't like throwing a young kid in there because it could hurt their psyche or whatever. But you know what? They're just trying to spark something. If he goes in and plays well, it just gives them some hope.
What about Jameis?
Yeah, Jameis is now a factor because if Russell decides, get me out of here, I still got the rest of this year left, get me somewhere.
Bengals.
I'm getting ready to bring that up because he does throw the deep ball well. That's the one thing Russell Wilson is known for is the deep ball, and you're the Bengals with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. What's the harm in getting Russell Wilson in there?
Get beat up like Joe Burrow.
You're not wrong about that. But is he not a better fix than Jake Browning from what we saw last week?
After what we saw last week.
Jameis Winston, I think, is in the mix here. If Dart doesn't play well, do they go back to Russell? Does Russell even want to play quarterback for the Giants now? Has he been benched after 3 weeks? Or is Jameis Winston and his 1-to-1 touchdown interception career ratio, does he get in for the New York Giants?
Do we think there's any percentage that Russell Wilson was throwing this on purpose so he could just cash a check and play backup?
Nope.
Because that'd be my dream.
Absolutely not. That's your dream?
I'm going to go. If I'm starting quarterback, I'm going to screw up on purpose so I still get paid to not play.
Hold the clipboard and make $50 million a year.
Their egos are too big.
Yeah. No, he's too much of a competitor. But I do think the Bengals should kick the tires. They should make the call. All right, we'll take a break, come back. I know it's the middle of football season. We love football, but we're going to talk a bunch of baseball coming up. We have to.
There's a couple teams collapsing.
And a couple teams taking advantage of those collapses as well. We'll talk about that. Birthday's coming up as well. And Rick Pitino news as well. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big Apple. on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. John, Tony, Scooter on this Wednesday. M&M Cartage hotline is open. 502-384-1450 to join in on the conversation. 384-1450. Game Day Men's Health text line open as well. 414-1450. That's the number to text the show. 414-1450.
We got any text?
I don't know.
We do.
Go ahead, Scoot.
I try to be objective, but most of what I see on X is Francona being criticized a lot this season. Last 10 games or so by decision making. What do you guys think? Appreciate.
Well, I think he's got a Cincinnati Reds team within one game of the wild card,
Which nobody
saw coming. I love the pitching that they put together. You're going to see Hunter Green and Paul Skeens tonight, by the way.
Yeah, I call it Skeens and Greens.
What's the over-under? Let's play over-under
Oh,
here.
man. Has to be like 6.5, right?
Last
I
night,
was going to guess.
Last night, Tarek Skubal and Detroit at Cleveland with Gavin Williams was 6.5. I've never seen one lower than 6.
Speaking of overs, John, I know you were on that Reds over last night.
I was.
That's
That's
brutal.
painful. 4-2 in the
Brutal.
second inning, and that's the final. Who was we talking about? Oh, the Reds.
I got it. You want to know?
7.
I got 6.5 over here.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
7 right here.
Sounds about right.
Hunter Green is, well, Paul Skeens is 10-10.
Hunter
with
Green's 7-4.
203 earned run average. He's 10-10.
I told you yesterday, 17-14 they are combined, and their ERA's like 2.5 combined.
Hunter Green 7-4, 2.74 through a
Even lower
one
than
hit
that.
shutout his last time out. So that's going to be fun.
Can I touch on the Terry Francona mistakes?
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
thought there was a major one last night. You had Connor Phillips rolling, and I know you take him out in the 8th inning, put in Ashcraft, who, to his credit, did a great job.
Like Tony said, shut him down.
Shut down
Shut him
inning.
down last 3 times he's come in.
I don't understand Connor Phillips shutting down 5 straight batters, 3 of them via the strikeout, and you take him out? Like, I didn't get that.
No, I understand what you're saying, Scoot, and I'm a firm believer. Why take somebody out that's doing well when you have somebody that hasn't even pitched yet? But they have windows that they want those guys to pitch in.
They have pitch counts.
Yeah.
They have
Too much.
We're
have-
too analytical.
But you're right, Scooter.
Yes, we
You're
are.
right.
We're far too analytical.
Scooter's right.
But they've got the bullpen chart. This guy pitched this day, so he can't pitch more than this many pitches on 2 days later. They got a bunch of stuff, analytics, as you said. It's
I was
killing the game.
watching the Yankees game, and they put up that chart. The last 5 or 6 games, how many pitches each pitcher's thrown.
Each day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they throw more. Some days they throw less. If they're rolling, I agree 100%. Scoot. But you know what? I'm going to agree with John too. Francona's got him. I mean, you don't lose to the Pirates when everybody else wins. That
Killer.
stinks. But
Singer had one bad inning.
he's done a great job.
I mean, I was watching Reds baseball in the last week of the
Yeah.
season. That doesn't happen.
And it felt like playoff baseball last night
It did.
as I was watching Mets Cubs, Cleveland and Detroit, Dodgers Arizona late. It just felt like playoff baseball,
and I
which
stayed
is
up.
great.
I stayed up and saw the end of the Diamondbacks game. That was phenomenal.
Brandon did not pitch poorly last night. He gave up the early home run to Teoscar Hernandez. Dodgers led 4-0.
Yeah. Ohtani was good, too, wasn't he?
Fott went 6 innings. Ohtani, 6 innings, 5 hits, 6 scoreless innings, 5 hits. That's pretty good.
He's throwing 100 up to 102, and then he's throwing one of those 12-6 break balls that is impossible to hit. It looks like a strike, and it bounces, and they swing at it.
If the Diamondbacks make the playoffs, that's the game, because they're down 4-0 to the Dodgers going to the bottom of the 6th or bottom of the 7th, and you think this is over. The Dodgers and Reds both have bullpen issues. The Dodgers, literally have bullpen issues. This is not just let's try to find something wrong with the Dodgers. They have bad bullpen.
Yeah, it was 4-3. Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 9th had first and second. James McCann couldn't get a bunt down, and with 2 strikes, he laid down a perfect bunt.
That's
Moved
hard to
them
do,
up.
man.
And then they hit a sacrifice fly to
Who got the big hit? Marte?
Perdomo.
Perdomo. I get those 2 guys.
He had a line drive, and they win the game 5-4, and you just thought they won the World Series.
Well,
that place was packed. The Reds game was packed.
They are now both 1 game behind the Mets, who beat the Cubs 9-7. there's 3 teams for one spot, man. That's it. Giants lose again, so they're done. But, yeah.
They wouldn't be having the attendance they're having at these games if they didn't have these wild card races. They're having huge crowds.
Think about that. If there were 5 playoff teams in each league instead of 6, we wouldn't even care what's going on this week.
It'd
This
just be
week
waiting
would
for the
not matter at all.
playoffs. We'd just be waiting for the playoffs.
Seattle has overtaken Houston, who lost to the A's again last night. Houston and Chicago. The
Houston,
Cubs,
we got a problem.
the Cubs and the Astros are limping into the playoffs. If the Houston even gets there, they are limping in because Detroit would be limping in if they get in.
They lose last night with Scooble pitching.
They are all of a sudden they're behind Cleveland, but in the wild card race they are a game ahead of Houston. So that's what it comes down to there, in a game behind Boston. So Boston a game ahead of the Tigers a game ahead of the Astros. That's for 2 spots in the wild card, and the Tigers and Astros are limping badly. They are. What do they say in race car? They're leaking oil.
Yeah.
They're leaking oil bad. And the Cubs, look, I know it doesn't matter, but the Cubs all of a sudden, who had a home series coming up against San Diego in the playoffs, they might be going to San Diego if this keeps going the way it is for the Cubs. They are only a game and a half ahead of the Padres now, 2 ahead in the loss column, to be fair. So they got to hang on so they can have the. Keep in mind that those first wild card series are 3 games in one ballpark. So you definitely want to host the wild card if at all possible. Right now, the Cubs, if the season ended today, would host San Diego. But the way both teams are playing, it looks like that series might be in San Diego for all said and done.
Yeah.
Fun night last night, though.
It was. Those were great baseball games.
We did find out yesterday that the Major League Baseball is going to the robotic umpire next year behind home plate. Now, there's still going to be an umpire there. When you hear robots, it's not a robot.
No.
It's like the tennis system, right?
Right. Exactly.
It's called the ABS, Automatic Ball and Strike.
It's the Hawkeye system.
And it's simple. Now, 5 years from now, 2030, 2031 maybe, we're going to have every call is going to be made. Every ball strike call is going to be made by this system. You're going to have an umpire behind the plate that just waits for a buzzer to tell them to call it a ball or a strike. But right now, what's going to happen next year, this is upon us. You get 2 challenges per game, and you can't wait and look at video. These have to be automatic, quick challenges. The pitcher, the batter, and the catcher are the only 3 that can challenge. It's not a manager challenge. You don't look into the dugout, hey, should I challenge this? If a pitcher throws a pitch he thinks is a strike, it's called a ball, taps his head right away. Or the catcher, tap your head right away. If other way around, called strike, batter thinks it was that, he can tap his helmet right away. You only get 2 wrong answers. If you get 2,
keep it.
If it's right, you get to keep it. If it's wrong, you lose it. All right, I'm a manager. Tony's at the plate.
Yep.
There's 2 outs and nobody on in the 3rd inning of a scoreless game. Tony just took strike 3. He knows it's outside. Do I let you challenge that?
That's my question.
There's 2 outs and nobody on here.
You got to use them late in the game.
You got to hang on to them, man.
But here's the problem.
Hang on to them.
And the whole time you were talking, I'm thinking it's everybody that plays.
Challenge a call, and they put it up on the screen just like they do in tennis. They show the pitch and with the box, and you were wrong. You were wrong, and you have no more challenges now. And then Juan Soto comes up behind you.
Exactly.
Same thing happens. He can't challenge.
And you know it was a ball.
And so Soto goes into the dugout and says, "Thanks, Francisco, you idiot. We were down a run. We needed my bat here, and you took the bat out of my – it's going to be really interesting, the dynamics of when to use these things.
Yeah.
And the situational use of them.
But I like the 2 for now. I like the 2 because you can't sit out there the whole game and keep going. Hey.
Major League Baseball wanted to speed the game up. They added a pitch clock. They made the bases bigger for more excitement, more stolen bases. That's all worked. They put a guy on second base in extra innings. Whether like it or not, it does speed the games up a little bit. this is not going to speed the games up. Now, it shouldn't slow them down.
It should be quick.
But if you're right, if the umpires are that bad and you keep challenge after challenge and you keep winning these challenges, that might slow it down a little bit.
A little bit, but like you said, they've already got the thing, so it's going to be quick.
It's going to be, I challenge, you were right.
And then you can't argue it because.
That's another thing we're going to miss, I think. We're going to miss guys getting thrown out. 62% of ejections in the last 5 years have been arguing balls and strikes. Huh. You're not going to have that anymore.
That's a fun stat.
You're not going to have. I heard that today. You're not going to have that anymore. That's a terrible call. I'm challenging. You were wrong. How can you argue now?
You can't.
Oh,
hey, I watched a lot.
My bad, ump.
I watched a lot of baseball last night, guys, and the umpires were missing ball strike calls. Horrible.
The Reds game, that home plate umpire was awful.
I like the announcers don't hold back anymore either. They go, well, they missed another one.
How
can they call that a strike?
I like when Buckner's doing the game. Well, we don't know what's going to be the calls tonight. Brantley, if was it CB Buckner or whatever?
CB Buckner. He's the worst.
Terrible. I mean, he can't call balls.
CB Buckner got very upset when Angel Hernandez retired.
Yeah, because they had somebody else. Now it's him.
Somebody has to be the worst umpire.
And he is the worst umpire.
He is by far the worst balls and strikes umpire.
And strikes.
No doubt about it. So the Reds lose, the Mets win. The Mets have a 1-game lead over both Cincinnati and Arizona. This is something to keep in mind.
It's fine.
Arizona and Cincinnati both own a tiebreaker over the Mets.
Who owns the tiebreaker between Arizona and Cincinnati?
I don't know.
Because I think it's Arizona.
We need to find that out.
It is, too, but I'm not going to swear to it.
We need to find that out. So, look, we got 6 games. They each have 6 games left. Hopefully it'll come down to the wire, and the Mets have to start David Peterson again on Sunday.
How does the tiebreaker work? Head-to-head in the regular season?
Head-to-head is the first thing.
Okay.
And then you go record against league opponents that are not in your division. Or maybe it's a record in your division. And then it's not. It's wins and losses against league teams. So if the Reds National League teams that are not in your division.
Reds hold the advantage.
I got lost there.
I know. Me too.
Reds are 4-2 against Arizona this season.
Well,
so they hold the tiebreaker.
So they hold the tiebreaker. So advantage Reds, but you got to beat the Pirates.
Yeah.
I mean,
John Tong's pitching for the Mets.
It's
tonight.
not John Tong.
It's not John.
It's Jonah.
Jonah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not even John's relative if you look at him.
That's John's sister.
Cricket.
You see who the Mets play last 3 games? They're in Miami.
In Miami, who swept them the last time. So
who Miami beat last night? Miami beat somebody last night.
Phillies in 11. One of those special overs that you're not expecting to get, and you do because it goes extra innings. Yankees clinched the playoff spot with a walk-off last night.
I was watching that, and I was so threw a wild pitch on full count over the catcher's head to tie the game.
3-2. They were down 2-1 going to the bottom of the ninth. Caballero with a bloop single. Aaron Judge scores the game winner. By the way, I bet a home run last night.
Oh, yeah?
I bet Tyler Stevenson, who didn't start, so that's scratched.
Yeah.
I bet Kyle Schwarber, who hit one about 450, his first at bat. I'm feeling pretty good, right?
Okay.
I threw Aaron Judge on there. They walked him intentionally twice. He walked 3 times. And Vlad Guerrero Jr. So I had 1 home run last night.
1 out of 3.
1 out of 3.
You're hitting 330.
And the bad part was it was an early one. So you're like hopeful. You know what I mean? First inning, Schwarber crushes it. I'm going, all right, here we go.
Didn't they walk Judge intentionally last time?
Twice. They walked him intentionally twice.
You had to walk him.
And they walked him on 4 pitches his first at bat. And then he hit it in a double play.
But you always say, don't pitch to him.
I agree, but some guys are dumb. Some guys are dumb.
Some guys bet on guys that they
and also the Guardians over the Tigers last night. They trailed 2-0. They win it 5-2. They beat Scooble. Tony, you mentioned it to me in the break.
Did you see this, Scoot?
No.
David Fry of the Guardians squares the bunt against Scooble. And
like a 99-mile-an-hour fastball up at him.
I saw the picture on my Twitter, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to watch the video.
Hit him right in the face.
He turned to bunt it.
Well, it was a strike. They called it a strike.
Hit the bat and then hit him in the face.
Somebody had to pinch hit for him after they carted him off. They had the towel up on the face the whole time. So
he was doing well, what I saw.
Broken nose. eye socket, something up high, but it was scary. But
broken nose from a baseball is not comfortable,
especially off your bat, coming in at you, and it's Tarek Skubal.
Middle of July, the Guardians were 15 and a half games behind the Tigers.
Jeez.
They are tied for first now with the same record.
They were. I'll do you one better. I know you saw the same stat, but 2 weeks ago, they were 9.5 back.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Detroit's lost 7 in a row.
And the Guardians have won 7 in a row, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No, they lost
just
to Minnesota.
One, but they're 9 out of their last 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. I think something like
Probably longer than that.
16 out of 18, something like that.
Something crazy.
But, hey, here they are, getting ready to go to the playoffs. They'll play again two more coming up in Cleveland. So we'll see. Again, it's playoff baseball right now.
Their run differential, the Guardians, -6. Detroit is +70, and they're tied.
And they're tied for first. Don't matter what you win by. It just matters if you win. All right, we'll take a break, come back, more baseball. Rick Pitino with a fun little thing on Twitter or X, whatever you call it
He's
today.
so cute now.
And birthdays coming up as well. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big Act. Welcome back. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. John Spears, Tony Burke, Scooter Dingus. Final segment on this Wednesday.
Woohoo!
M&M Cartage hotline is closed.
Shut it down.
Game Day Men's Health text line still open. 502-414-1450. Last chance to get your text into the show.
John, what hat you got over there?
I got the El Paso Chihuahuas.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't the Reds hat.
Show the YouTube people. The El Paso Chihuahuas.
You wore the Reds hat yesterday. It didn't work out. So I was just trying to make sure.
Actually, I wore this hat yesterday. I wore the Reds hat Monday on an off day. To celebrate the fact that they controlled their own destiny.
And that's at 180 games.
My bad.
And then to celebrate the over 79.5 wins is why I was really wearing it. All right, so Rick Pitino sends this out today. So let me get this straight. We can now recruit G League players? Is the NBA next? I have first dibs on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Apparently, there is a G League player, played in the G League, who now has been ruled eligible to go backwards and play in college basketball. Tony, is that okay? Did you see this?
No, I did not see it. So first I've heard
He'll
of it.
be a junior, right?
He's at a small college, it's not a Power 5 conference.
Santa Barbara, maybe?
Something like that.
Santa Clara.
But played in the G League, and for some reason was re-granted eligibility to finish out a college career. I don't understand it. I haven't really fully read into it. But, boy, that seems like a slippery slope.
So from what I understand, he was never under contract with an NBA team or one of the G League affiliates.
Did he play, though?
He did play, but he was an unaffiliated player. I know he played for two different G League teams, meaning he wasn't tied down to a certain team.
Okay, were they paying him? I'm going to have to guess yes.
I would assume.
Well, they pay you to play in college.
So, but
True.
But doesn't he then become a professional basketball player?
Not if there's not
in the G League.
Not if there's not a contract. Which, to my understanding, there was never a contract signed with him.
I love Ricky P, though.
Same.
He wants Giannis.
He should have the most money of any college when you got Rapoli and the other billionaire.
Yep. Well, and his money, his own money. Can coaches pay, by the way?
No.
For their own guy?
No way.
No way? Are you sure?
No. I mean, maybe behind the scenes, but if they get caught, I feel like that's a big no-no.
Hey, tell me which one of these worked out, Tony. John Thompson Jr.
John Thompson.
The Segway. Did that work out at Georgetown?
Oh, you're talking about him coming in behind?
Yeah.
No.
Gene Bartow, Murray Bartow.
Neither one of them.
Homer Drew, Bryce Drew.
No, I mean.
Homer Drew, Scott Drew. I would say that one was a yes.
Yeah, that one's a little different. But
Dick Bennett, Tony Bennett. Yeah, he won a national championship at Virginia.
I'll go with that one.
Also lost in the first round as a 1 seed.
And he also quit right before the season.
How about this one? This is the first one I remember. Ray Meyer, Joey Meyer at DePaul.
Joey Meyer never did anything.
Never did anything. Eddie Sutton, Sean Sutton.
Nope.
Bob Knight, Pat Knight. And now we have Bruce.
Pat was still setting screens when he was coaching.
Now we have Bruce Pearl and Stephen Pearl.
I mean,
it all depends on how much NIL money and you got. That's what it depends on. Doesn't matter what the name is, right?
What did I tell you? You're a whole lot better coach when you got a whole lot better players. I mean, it's pretty easy.
I got to write, Scooter. I got to write that down. I've never heard that before.
Good quote.
You're not better. All right, let's do birthdays.
Oh.
How was that a surprise?
I took my finger off the button for one
How was that
second.
a surprise? Jackie Sandler is 51 today.
Happy birthday, Jackie.
Adam's wife.
She's the best.
She is she's got his sense of humor. How old is he? Did he go really young here? He's probably 10 years, maybe.
He is 59.
Okay,
Yeah,
8
I was
years.
guessing in the 50s. I wasn't
Do
going
you
that
want
high.
a scooter meter, Jackie Sandler?
Yeah,
here?
she's 3.5. No, let me go 4. I like
Really?
Jackie. Yeah. I like her.
She must have got some points for humor.
I mean, there's something intriguing about her face.
All right. Kevin Sorbo is 67. He played Hercules.
Hercules.
Big dude. Phil Hartman, the late, great Phil Hartman, passed away. He was killed by his wife at the age of 49. He was born on this date in 1948. Saturday Night Live, very funny guy. Taken way too young. Eloise Mumford. Does anybody know who that is?
Nope.
She's 39 today. Scooter, do you have any idea who Eloise Mumford is?
No, but you can't be 39 with a name like Eloise.
Well, the only reason I put her on here is because I wanted to get the Scooter meter thoughts, because she was in 50 Shades of Grey.
We'll give her a 4.
Yeah, we're giving.
She's good looking.
I'm pulling her up right now.
I got to go a lot higher than a 4. Eloise Mumford.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly my thought. That was exactly my thought when I saw her. I have no idea who she is.
Settle down.
I've never seen
Settle
50
down.
Shades of Grey, full disclosure. But,
Haven't either.
yeah. Now, Scooter, you might go the opposite here. Nia Vardalos is 63 today.
Who?
She was in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Nia Vardalos.
Yeah, definitely the opposite way.
Leave it there, Hunts.
Now, she was supposed to be homely in the movie.
I'll go 2.
She became very pretty.
Is she the one that was getting married?
Yes.
Okay, the nose?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She had the nose, he says.
I'll go 2.
Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, 5. Don't even have to look her up.
So she doesn't lose points for being the daughter of Vince McMahon?
No, she is.
888.
I love Stephanie McMahon.
She's 49 today.
That little nose crinkle she does gets me every time.
She's 49. That's right in your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Sheesh.
You can do a little wrestling with her, huh? Steve?
Absolutely.
Should I put her in celebrity or sports?
Don't matter. She's a 5
I'd
either
say
way.
Celebrity.
All right, Mean Joe Green is 79 today.
Here, kid.
Scooter doesn't remember Mean Joe Green, man.
He knows who he is. but
Wasn't
he doesn't
allowed
call him.
for it.
Former Steeler. He was great. Eddie George was in town this weekend. Head coach of Bowling Green State.
He covered.
They did cover the former Ohio State running back, NFL running back, Hall of Famer, 52 today. Drew Gooden, remember him? Did he play at Kansas?
Yep.
He's 44 today. He had a long cup of coffee in the NBA. Former Cardinal Shane Behannon, 33 today. He had a cup of coffee with the TBT.
A lot of people were betting against him being there still.
Wow. Rafael Palmeiro, 61.
He was a cheater, right?
He got in front of Congress and said, with a wagging his finger, I have never taken steroids. Then they proved he did. So,
Okay.
61.
Yeah, I did. I forgot.
Former Texas Ranger, Baltimore Oriole.
It was in a topical.
Kevin Millar, as they say in Boston, Millar is 54 today. He was on that 2004 Red Sox team that came back from 3-0 down
He's on MLB now.
to beat the Yankees. Yeah. And former sportscaster, would have been 104 years old today, Jim McKay. He unfortunately was the guy in the middle of having to report the terrorist takeover at the 1972 Munich Olympics.
The agony of defeat.
Great, yes. Wide World Sports.
Wide World
every
Sports,
week.
man.
Jim McKay would have been 104 today. Those are your birthday.
Hey, speaking of 100-year-olds, I saw this morning that
Yes.
106-year-old Sister Jean officially retired.
Yeah, she officially retired at 106.
Good for her.
Okay. Doesn't the state make you retire before you're 106?
Not if you're a chaplain.
She's a chaplain of the men's basketball team at Loyola Chicago.
That means she absolutely does nothing but show up at the ball game.
Okay.
Let me pray for you.
Can't you just not let her retire? Can't you just say, Sister Jean, do whatever you want, but we're not going to say you're retired? Because when somebody that old retires, Tony, I don't think it lasts.
Well, she hadn't got him back to the Final Four in a while.
Oh, so they basically fired her. Yeah, okay.
I had read that
All
it
right.
was she couldn't comfortably get on campus anymore.
Well, that makes sense. She's 106, for God's sake. Leave the woman alone. Remember when we did the birthdays for Sister Jean and I didn't let you do a scooter meter? Back in the day, what day was that, 1890? Yeah, back in the day. Oh, God. All right, Reds and Pirates tonight, 6:40.
Who y'all like in that game
Look,
with
this
those
is
two guys?
playoff
throwing?
baseball, in my opinion.
Who y'all like in that game? I mean, I know you're for the Reds.
I like the Reds because I think Hunter Green has a better chance of shutting the Pirates down than Skeens shutting the Reds down. And I also think because the Pirates are kind of protecting Skeens, he's not going to go more than 5 or 6 innings where Green could go the whole game.
To me, it's all dependent on the crowd. Like, if you watched that game last night from start to finish, it was a late arriving crowd. There was no energy in the stadium in the first 3-4 innings. But then in the later stages of that game, it was bonkers. So if the crowd shows up early, I like the Reds here.
The Reds are minus 118. The Pirates are minus 102. So the Reds are pretty significant. Yeah, they're minus 102.
Mine was even on the Pirates.
Well, that's 102 basically.
I know,
even.
But even, baby.
Yeah, I like the Reds here tonight. Again, it's a team that has to win against a team that's playing for nothing, which it was last night as well. So
I'm going to do a Reds Cup.
It's baseball, man. It's baseball.
Why do the Reds have trouble with the Pirates?
I don't know.
Why do the Mets have trouble with the Marlins?
Yeah.
Reds also have trouble with the Marlins.
Why do the Dodgers have problems with the Pirates? I mean, it's baseball, man. By the way, the Braves won their 10th straight last night. Boy, if they'd have just been good early. 10th straight. They beat Washington 3-2 last night. Anything else interesting happen? Seattle beat Colorado 4-3 while the A's were beating Houston. So Seattle all of a sudden has, a 3-game lead?
They're cooking.
4-game lead over Houston in the American League West.
So if they win tonight,
Mariners can clinch the division tonight.
And you said how many games the Braves won in a row?
10.
And they're 17 and a half out in the division.
Isn't that crazy?
And what are they in the wild card? This is going to be great, too, how far they're still out.
Probably, I'd say
Atlanta,
7 or 8.
6.5.
Yeah.
So if they'd done anything early in the year.
San Francisco sort of spit the bit this week. They lost to St. Louis last night, 9-8. Yes, if you're wondering, I did have the over.
I went to bed. I was watching. I didn't stay up for the end of that one.
But they'll play again tonight. That's a bad loss for the Giants. Bad loss for the Reds. Bad loss. Well, it was going to be a bad loss for the Diamondbacks, but they won that game last night. And again, Cleveland beats Detroit 5-2. Scooble struggled. Scooble has gone. Detroit has gone like Scooble has gone. They've really struggled, and so has he lately.
You know the Marlins have won 7 straight, too?
I'm not betting on them tonight. Thanks for listening. Matt Dennison's next. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. Big A.